ThaBoxingvoice.com. Sean Zittel here with the WBO Heavyweight Champion of the World, Joesph Parker. Joesph, thanks for having us.
No worries. It sounds nice, eh? The WBO Champion of the World. It sounds pretty good.
It's got a ring to it, right?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
But WBO, WBC, that would sound even better, right?
WBC, yeah, that'll sound great. But you know, it's good that we've accomplished this goal, you know, getting one world title. Now we have a big task ahead of us in Hughie Fury. Full focus on him, and then you know, there's always that little thing in the back of your mind, thinking about fights in the future where you can't get ahead of yourself. So maybe in the future we can set it up, but for now, the fight in front of us is what we'll focus on.
Now I believe your trainer Kevin Berry told me you were the 4th youngest man to capture the title in the division's history.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. For me, it's as a young fighter, it was a goal for me to be champion of the world one day, and I had great support from Samoa, New Zealand, but also my parents. And I think once I ticked that off, it was a great achievement for myself and my parents, and we celebrated, had a great time, and now you know, we're back in business, back in working hard to prepare for the next fight. But to be, you know, the 4th youngest is pretty cool. Pretty cool to hear that.
Now, when people, you beat a guy who's 29-0 in Ruiz to win the title.
Yeah.
But do you think people take a look at his physique and they underrated the victory you were able to get over a guy like that?
Most definitely. A lot of people look at Andy Ruiz and then they look at his physique and say, you know, what is he doing in the top 10 or even top 5 in the world? And I guess you can't really judge a person by how he looks. Now, Andy Ruiz is a fighter who I believe very skillful, a lot of power. And he put on a great performance. You know, he came prepared and ready, and you know, we put on a great show. And it's just that you know, I got away with the win. I won more rounds, but you know, I still rate him at the top, and I believe a lot of fighters will want to fight him.
Well, it's funny because you know, you look at the physique, but he kind of he went 12 without breaking a sweat. You know,
he went 12 rounds easy, so you can tell that he trained hard for the fight, and he was prepared. He had a great team with him, so they can't really underestimate anyone just because of how they look. And I guess that's a big lesson for everyone to learn.
Like you said, he can punch, you can punch. 18 KOs in 21 fights, now 22 after that fight. Yeah. And you guys had some real good exchanges we're not used to seeing in the division. So how come no one ever got hurt in that fight?
Yeah, I felt a lot of his punches. But
well, you hit it well. You know?
Yeah, well, you know, and I think the good thing is, you know, like I tried my best to avoid it. You know, the goal is to punch and not get hit. So I did my best to avoid it, and I did my best to hide it. And I mean, a lot of people didn't. There were punches that did hurt me, but in saying that, you know, it's boxing. You know, you gotta look like you're, you know, there and you're not hurt. So.
Was there any nerves in that fight? I mean, it was your first title fight.
No, not every. Like, I mean, I know that when we were in the gym and in training camp and you do the business and do the work, that the fight is the time to have fun and enjoy. You know, you gotta do the work and get the win, but you gotta enjoy the fight. And so I don't think there was any nerves. It's just you know, it was a big event, so there were small nerves, but I guess it was more confidence and more excitement going into the fight.
Well, now heading into